In America, statistically, the bottom 1/3 of a university class goes into education. And I'm wondering, is that the way it works here, or is it take a fairly high level to be a teacher here in terms of being able to even get in the program?
Well, I don't think it is that difficult. No.
Mm-hmm.
But there is, of course, a difference between teachers. Are you academic or not?
Mm-hmm.
If you're an academic teacher, well, then you have finished your university,
Mm-hmm.
and then you are able to teach on the highest level.
So
pre-university class, the highest level.
So all teachers in the U.S. have to go to university and get a bachelor's degree, and
No,
some of them get them.
Necessary here, no.
Not here,
No.
but you have to go to a college, right?
Yes. Or
Yes.
there are two, different kinds,
ways
two
to
types,
go.
two ways to become a teacher.
And
two
what are
ways.
those?
Academic or you college.
Okay, and so if you go to college, that means your grades were
Yes.
not as
Or
good.
second grade,
Yeah.
as we call it, and then the other, the
You teach
academics,
12 to
first
15
grade.
years.
The level of college is higher than in the United States.
I believe that,
But
yes.
you teach from 12 till 15 normally.
Mhm.
The college teachers teach children from 12 till 15.
Hmm.
And the academic teachers teach
Would be-
the pre-academic from 15 till 18. Although
But,
in our school
yeah.
we mix it.
Yeah, we
15
teach-
years old to 18 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we teach also small
But
children. In the school
even
we
when
mix
you're
it.
academic, we also teach the small ones,
Mm.
just to be able to communicate better with your colleagues.
Okay,
Well, personally, I think it's very important that also for the young children there are teachers who have a view of what happens at university
Afterwards,
level, at
yeah.
other levels, not only at university level, but you don't need people who can't think beyond the level of education they're working in.
Mhm.
You must have the ability to view broader.
is being a teacher here a desired job?
And
No.
no,
Not particularly,
It's not
But
the
now
same.
with the economic crisis, it becomes better.
right.
But it
Because-
is
Becomes
since
more
the
attractive.
80s of the last century. It is a job that has
Lowered in
diminished, the
status.
lower,
Declining in
degraduated, how you call it. But
Is it a middle class pay?
yeah, I would
Yeah.
say so. Yes.
But it's no better than middle class pay.
No, certainly. not.
What about for administrators? Does it,
Well, it's better, of course, for administrators, but the career chances in education are not so good. So there's only a few teachers who can get management jobs.
and what does it take to be a principal?
Well, how
Good,
well,
good quality, good quality.
But let me ask you guys this. This is an
Yeah.
important question. In the U.S., you really don't have to be a good teacher
No,
to be a principal.
no, I understand.
true.
That is
Yeah.
the
No,
case.
it's true.
Yeah.
And the reason why is much of it's figured out by politics and this sort of thing. And it's also based on, you go get your training first and then you go and interview. So how is it here? Do you have, because in China it's a different thing. You really would have to been a great teacher. And I asked this question over and over among teachers, and they all basically said, really, it's impossible to be a principal without being a great teacher in China. This was the answer I received. So I don't know if this was the party line, but but I'm looking for
There
honest
is still
truth.
a kind of struggle in Holland, I think. There are much bigger schools than this one,
Mhm.
combination of schools, and you often see there that the boarding, the director, the management are guys from outside, not people from the school itself. Dus, but
Are you talking about the school board or the principal?
both.
Okay.
Both.
So a principal here doesn't necessarily have ever had to work in education.
Yes, because this is a small school, and we
Okay.
have never known that way.
skills have changed.
The skill, yeah. I mean, we have always known the tradition in this school, this
Mhm.
Montessori school, that the principal was a teacher before, a good teacher. Yes.
But I guess what I'm saying is to be an administrator here
Yeah.
in a school in the Netherlands, could you be a businessman and then just be a no?
Not
So you
businessman. No.
you have to have had to work as a teacher.
No, not
Well,
necessarily.
you have to have a
No.
non-profit attitude.
Okay.
No, let's say if you do the work like Harriet do, or
No,
my work,
yeah.
I'm under principal.
Mm-hmm.
If
I see.
somebody's doing business,
Mm-hmm.
he's getting much more money. They don't want to work as a principal in the school,
Mhm.
because in business you get more money.
And they would get really impatient as well.
And so you
Yeah.
come from education. We both don't have any paper
Mm-hmm.
of to be a manager, aggregated manager, or things like this. No diploma. There are many principals in this country who don't have a diploma.
So you don't need it, it's not a prerequisite to
No,
be an
because-
administrator.
As you say, you are a good teacher, but
Okay.
I think it's more. It's not only in Holland. I think many of these principals are persons who have shown in a school a broader
Perspective.
view, not only to be good in your class, but to you must organize things, you must plan
Yeah.
things. So every good teacher from 23, 4, 5 years old who have a plan and comes to us and say, can I do this? And I work it out and I make form on these ideas.
Mm-hmm.
He will be in the future, in our culture, a good principal.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's more important. The only reason why I asked this question is because I have a master's in administration, and I'm not sure what I was taught. I don't think it made me any better if I want to be a future principal.
Yeah.
So I
It's
think,
more a hands-on job, but I think in the communication, like how you deal with the teachers,
Mhm.
that it's good to have like a coach or you do need to learn things because it's different to be with kids than
Mhm.
to work with adults.
as
obviously.
a principal, are you an instructional leader too? Do you have to actually go in and do pedagogical things with teachers and show them how they need to improve teaching?
Partly, yes. We can also have experts from the outside,
And you bring them in?
coaches, yes.
And you have to pay to bring them in out of
Yes.
your budget? Okay. And then last but not least for the teachers, what type of pay does a teacher receive here net in take home? Average teacher in this country?
Average?
Average, typical,
Well, I know
maybe you have
what I have
15, 15 years of experience, something
50
like
years
that.
of experience.
50 years, I think
Somebody's
40,
40 years old.
50,000 euros a year, something like that.
40 to 50,000
Not
euros.
netto,
Yeah,
not
no,
net.
netto.
Netto.
Net,
Net.
Not
of
net.
course.
Not net.
Nee, niet
Nee,
net.
not net.
Not without
That's-
taxes. He asked without taxes.
Without taxes?
Yes, you have to put the
Oh,
amount you
it's
can
about
spend.
12, 13 times 2,000, a bit more.
500 maybe? Or not?
It's
2500.
it's about 2,500 a month.
Okay. Is it 13 paychecks or 14?
13.
No, I think so.
No, less than
No, it's 13.
13 paychecks.
Yeah, okay. But
Okay.